I do want to point out that various articles that appeared prior to my entering office, and here's one. The FAA's diversity push includes focus on hiring people with severe intellectual and psychiatric disabilities. That is amazing. And then it says FAA says people with severe disabilities are most underrepresented segment of the workforce, and they want them in, and they can be air traffic controllers. I don't think so. This was in January 14th, so that was a week before I entered office. They put a big push to put diversity into the FAA's program. Then another article, the Federal Aviation Administration, this was before I got to office, recently, second term. The FAA is actively recruiting workers who suffer severe intellectual disabilities, psychiatric problems, and other mental and physical conditions under a diversity and inclusion hiring initiative spelled out on the agency's website. Can you imagine? These are people that are, actually their lives are shortened because of the stress that they have. Brilliant people have to be in those positions, and their lives are actually shortened, very substantially shortened because of the stress, where you have many, many planes coming into one target, and you need a very special talent and a very special genius to be able to do it. Targeted disabilities are those disabilities that the federal government, as a matter of policy, has identified for special emphasis in recruitment and hiring. The FAA's website states they include hearing, vision, missing extremities, partial paralysis, complete paralysis, epilepsy, severe intellectual disability, psychiatric disability, and dwarfism all qualify for the position of a controller of airplanes pouring into our country, pouring into a little spot, a little dot on the map, a little runway. The initiative is part of the FAA's diversity and inclusion hiring plan. Think of that. The initiative is part of the FAA's diversity and inclusion hiring plan, which says diversity is integral to achieving FAA's mission of ensuring safe and efficient travel. I don't think so. I think it's just the opposite. The FAA website shows that the agency's guidance on diversity hiring were last updated on March 23rd of 22. They wanted to make it even more so. And then I came in, and I assume maybe this is the reason. The FAA, which is overseen by Secretary Pete Buttigieg, a real winner. That guy's a real winner. Do you know how badly everything...
Why I like the new party? Number one, it's a group of people that's on a panel. We all have differences, but we all basically still come together at the end of the day. The new party for me is about unity. The new party for me is about educating people to the truth, letting people know what's been going on in our country. With that being said, shout out to the new party, man. We're going to keep it going with y'all.
Welcome to the new party. I'm Nora Christine.
I'm Gray Mars.
Bogan.
85 Slim.
And tonight on the new party, we are going to be discussing the unfortunate plane crash that happened last night in Washington, D.C. And as you guys can see in that first clip, we finally have a president that does press briefings in less than 24 hours. So I will salute Trump for that, because we have not seen that in the last 4 years. But I have to say, Trump, this was poor timing to blame DEI. Gray, what do you think about that clip? Did it land the way it's supposed to land? You know, a plain joke, pun intended.
It's a part at that press conference. I don't know if you have the clip, but what the guy says to Trump is that the same DEI things that you're talking about were in when you were in the first time. If this was the issue, why did you take it out the first time? And then he tried to say Joe Biden put it back in. And then when he came back, that he didn't have enough time to take it out. Trump did all this stuff taken out of DEI, so I don't feel like DEI could possibly be to blame. Slim, what do you think?
Number one, I don't agree with Trump basically attacking anything on assumption. So I'm not going to agree with him on that point. Now, what I do understand is what he's talking about, though. That's something I'm not going to act like I don't see or I'm not listening to. He has a point because I got to fly out pretty soon, and I hope that's not the case. But with that being said, I don't know what happened. And I believe until the investigation is out completely, I think we should stay away from speculation. Now, if it does come out that it was a DEI hire, that's a whole nother show.
Vulgar.
I think, yeah, Trump was in the wrong as far as putting it in the public so soon with all the deaths that occurred from it. This is something where if there's an issue, maybe it should be handled behind closed doors. He should have just came out and addressed the situation, offer condolences to the families and things like that. The other stuff probably could have waited a little time, or he could have handled it behind the scenes.
Yeah, the pictures just recently came out of the people who lost their lives. So now it's going to have a much more emotional human touch. So it might,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, and I have some clips, very briefly. I don't know if you guys touched on, I apologize. I had to step out the room real quick, but pretty much uh, there were a lot of figure skaters impacted. I think it was a group of figure skaters on. These are the youngest victims that they're saying that was a part of that plane ride. As you guys can see in the clip, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful figure skaters. They went. Unfortunately, there's some conspiracies attached to this, though. I mean, one would think, how did this happen? I mean, 85, you are the man of conspiracies. Did you hear about any of them and what's your thoughts?
As far as conspiracies, I think it's a little bit too early to hear anything.
Mhm.
I do think that, you know, the media is going to spin this and pretty much put it on Trump some way, somehow. It just seems like anything that's negative is turned towards him. Like I always said, if someone is chasing you, you're gonna throw as many obstacles in their way so they don't catch you. That's what I think is going on with the Trump scenario. Like everything that he has to fix, he has to clean up so much to get back to what he
Mhm.
really has to do. And they basically it just seems like a show. Like every time I see something regarding this, it just seems crazy. But as far as conspiracies, I haven't heard anything like remotely close to anything like that yet.
Well, I have, but I'll wait. This is them asking Trump, will he visit the site?
Victims of the plane
I don't
crash.
want to comment on that.
Do you have a plan to go visit the site
I
or meet
have
with any of the
I have a
first
plan to
responders?
visit, not the site, because you tell me, what's the site? The water?
Or to meet
Want
with the
me to go
first
swimming?
responders down there?
I don't have a plan to do that, but I will be meeting with some people that were very badly hurt with their family member, obviously, but I'll be meeting with some of the families, yeah.
Today, family.
So they asked him, is he going to go down there? And he said, what do you want me to go swimming? Volker, what did you think about when he said that? Do you think it was good timing, poor timing, what?
I mean, Trump is Trump. If you listen to, if words bother you, they're gonna always bother you. Trump is Trump. I don't think it takes away from him caring or not. I think he's basically just tired of being attacked. Like every question coming off is like he's being attacked. So it really was just a smart remark. I don't think it was poor time. I mean, maybe he's president. Maybe he should have more professionalism than that. But for me, personally, it doesn't bother
Yeah. Well, this is going to be an interesting 4 years. Thank you, God, for Donald Trump, for me as a content creator. What a time to be alive. Well,